recording the bank?
I'm just shooting a video.
You're making a lot of people uncomfortable with them being banks.
You got any identification on you?
I need ID.
We just want to identify.
Hey, can you now get so close? Cause police like to go hands on. I just don't want.
Can you do me a huge favor?
What's that?
Do you have a driver's license?
I actually do.
Can I see it so that we can talk to another DMV to see if this is the person that they think it is?
Let me just ask you this. You need my ID to see, because I was just talking to him about this, right? You need my ID to see if I ever been trespassed from the DMVs I just brought up to him or Woodstock.
Captain, finally, we get to see somebody higher than a sergeant. Yeah. What's going on?
I don't know.
All
right. I mean, we're going to continue this or something?
Why are you following me, man?
Because you want my badge number.
In the heart of Yazoo City, Mississippi, a man stands on a public sidewalk armed with nothing but a camera and a firm grip on his constitutional rights. As police descend, demanding ID and threatening arrest, he refuses to budge, turning a routine First Amendment audit into a raw, unscripted standoff. No violence, no crimes, just a lens, the law, and a whole lot of uncomfortable officers.
Don't give me no attitude. Huh? I can't hear you. I'm sorry.
What are you recording the bank for? Why are you recording the bank?
I'm just shooting a video.
You're making a lot of people uncomfortable with them being banks.
Now what?
We had a call on you.
Okay, now what we gonna do?
They don't want you around here.
Now want me around here?
You get off the property.
Get out. I ain't on that property. This is public sidewalk.
It's the bank.
I know this is public sidewalk. Where you want me to stand? Right here?
Move off the property, sir.
Right here?
Stop recording.
Is this the property?
Yeah, this is property too. You need to leave the
Is
area.
this the property right here?
You need to leave the area before you go to jail. I'm saying it like that.
I need to leave the area before I go to jail?
Yes, sir.
You sure?
Yes, sir.
I gotta leave from this public sidewalk?
Leave the area, sir.
Okay. I'm gonna stand right here for you, okay?
You gonna dig a hole for yourself.
I'm
That's what you're gonna do.
I'm gonna stand right here. I don't want it. I'm shooting a video. I'm shooting a video.
Hey, how you doing, sir?
How you doing?
All right. You got any identification on you?
I need ID.
We just want to
Hey,
identify.
can you now get so close? Cause police like to go hands on. I just don't want.
I'm just trying to identify you, see what you're doing. You're making a lot of people nervous when you're at the bank.
They nervous?
Yeah.
They you go check. Y'all probably need to go check on them then.
You have any idea? What's your name?
Why I got to give you my name?
So what are you doing?
I'm just shooting a video.
What kind of video?
Just a video about Yazoo City.
Okay, I'm gonna let you know it's not allowed to film.
It's not a what?
It's not allowed to film.
It's not allowed to film in public. You sure about that?
I said it's not allowed to film.
It's not against the law to film.
Right, it's not allowed.
Okay, that's all I've been doing.
But we do want to identify.
But
you.
if I haven't done anything against the law, I don't have to give you my ID, right? Am I right about that?
You all right? But you
Okay, well
you haven't committed a crime.
Okay, so we're gonna just leave it at that. Can y'all just get back in your car, and leave me alone?
Oh, no, sir.
Who the hell? Who is you? What's your name? Name, badge number. Who?
Sergeant Green.
Sergeant Green.
Yes, sir.
You need to learn how to talk to the public when they're out here. No, you need to learn how to talk to the public when they're out here. Do you understand me, Sergeant? Sergeant, and you a sergeant?
Yes, sir.
Listen, Sergeant. I'm gonna do this. Can I get your name, badge number?
Officer Allen.
Now, Sergeant, and Officer Allen and
Officer Parker.
Sergeant, I'm gonna tell you this right now before this go any further. I am on a traditional public forum doing something constitutionally protected. That's all I'm gonna say to you.
Constitutional what?
Constitutionally protected. Okay, if you don't know that, you don't need to be a sergeant, baby. You need to go look it up, baby.
I don't have to do nothing.
Well, I'm talking to you because I don't want you to violate U.S. Code 18242.
Sure I'm not.
Well, then don't violate that code.
But then you getting loud with me.
Yeah, I'm getting loud because y'all out here fucking with me.
No,
I came to you. I asked you for your.
You did, but she listen. I give respect when the gay. Was I respectful to you? Was I respectful to you? Be honest.
Oh yeah, why you just?
Well, I'm not respectful to y'all when y'all first walked up because I give respect where it's due. You ain't gonna tell you, but don't say I ain't gonna tell me. I'm gonna leave here.
I did like this.
Yeah, I don't have to come to you, and you was way across there. Get your ass up there, come see me, come do your job.
All right, well, what's the prevention?
Now I ain't got the freedom of speech.
I ain't say that. I just
Okay, well then, get your ass out the car and come do your job.
what you think I'm doing now?
Okay, well then, no, your job is over. Your job is over.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Is that what
Can you
y'all
do me a
do? Get out
favor?
the problem.
Can you, when you see people pulling out here from the bank?
I wasn't in that way.
Okay, I'm just letting you know, you good right here.
I was on public easement over there.
Just
Come on, let's walk over here. Come on, let me show you.
Listen to me, hey.
Oh, am I being detained?
No.
Oh, okay, let's walk over here. Yeah, educate her, cause she the sergeant and don't know. Educate the mother. How the motherfucking sergeant ain't educated on our rights? What kind of shit she teaching you? You too cute to be out here doing that. But they can't trust me from public property. I'm on public property right now. You know this better. You a sergeant? How long you been a sergeant, baby?
On private property.
I'm not on private property, baby. Look at these utility lines. Look at this shit. Hey, they don't pay for this shit, baby. Come on, baby. You should know this shit.
You gotta call. They was.
Y'all can tell them to call.
They don't want you out here.
I don't give a damn. Cause I'm shooting my video and they can't stop me from shooting my video right here on this public sidewalk. You should know this, man.
I do know you're not breaking the crime. You just
Yeah.
But if we get a call, like I said, if we get a call,
If you get caught what? And ain't no crime going on, then what?
they wanted us to check it out. We have no order.
Y'all check it out. And y'all see he ain't doing no recording. Y'all don't need no idea or nothing from a man recording, because it's my constitutional protected the right to be able to record in public. You know this though, right? Do you know this?
Well, that's why I just asked for your idea.
I know you just asked, but I'm declining, I'm refusing. Okay, who is this? Okay, who is this?
This video is a perfect reminder that you don't need to break the law to be treated like a criminal, just assert your rights in public. When officers forget the Constitution, it's up to citizens to remind them. Stay calm, stay respectful, but never back down when your freedom is on the line. Because a sidewalk is not a crime scene, and a camera is not a weapon. What starts as a peaceful visit to a public DMV quickly spirals into a battle over rights, authority, and accountability. When one man exercises his First Amendment right to record in public, he's met with threats of arrest, hidden policies, and a wall of bureaucracy designed to intimidate and silence. But instead of backing down, he pushes back, with the camera rolling the whole time.
Yeah.
But you know what? The only way I can get that is if I literally walk right up to the computer with her and put my camera directly on it. If I'm right here, just say I'm right here. How can I get anybody's information? I won't turn over there and even put it right there.
You might overhear something, your camera
Well,
might hear it, that sort of thing. So there has to be a line drawn.
You see all those cameras in it?
I get that.
Let me
but
ask
it's
you
not
though.
audio.
I'm just asking. Can I come in here and ask them to turn it off if I feel uncomfortable?
That's for security purposes. This
Oh.
is not for security purposes.
Why not? What makes you assume?
Because what do you need it for?
Because I'm documenting.
But for what? Security
For my purpose. For my purpose.
But to make you feel secure.
With a customer behind you.
I'm saying like what?
You know, I got customers coming in. Please. I'm asking.
How's
nice.
this? How's this?
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Appreciate you, Carol. So like I'm saying, Officer Gustis, this young lady was telling me something about maybe there's a statue. I would love to know that statue.
Officer Meza is on his own with the Secretary
Okay.
of
Because
State.
Carol, you know, before you guys showed up, Carol was all right.
What's your name, sir?
James.
James?
Yeah.
All right, James. This officer's telling me that you've already been trespassed from several Secretary
Absolutely
of State
not.
offices.
Never been officially trespassed, ever. Never. I've been asked to leave, but never officially trespassed, ever. Absolutely not.
Police officers never told you that you need to leave and are not welcome to come back without risk of getting arrested.
Ever.
Okay.
And I hope, wish, and pray that that's what's being conveyed, because I got video evidence of it all. So if that's what's being conveyed to you guys, then that's a direct lie. So, and like I said, before you guys showed up, Carol was okay with it. I just told her I was trying to get pamphlets and get a couple more shots and I'm gonna leave. And she was like, okay. So obviously she's the manager. What's the situation now?
Are you wanting to stay or are you wanting to leave?
Well, I got my pamphlets. Now I need to document the rest of the building and then I will leave. That's exactly what I told Mrs. Carroll, and she was fine with it.
Document the right, like, what else do you need to document?
Well, just the building. Just like I was getting the shots over there. I got my shots over there. I got them right there. I just need to go on that side right there. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. I mean, like I said, it's obviously my First Amendment right to do so.
And I would agree with you. Public building.
For sure.
Government building.
That's it.
Government business.
Nothing nefarious.
The only issue is the sensitive information that every single person is transacting. That's it. As far as I understand.
You're interrupting what these guys want.
Look, can I ask you something? Because me and you just had a dialogue, right? I just want to be able to put the officers on
I don't
notice.
understand what this is all about.
I'm gonna convey it to you. Before the officers showed up, you and I told you what I was doing. You said, okay, I'll show you where it's at.
I thought you were going to get your book and then go.
Well, I said after I document the building. Okay. But so obviously this security guy just walked up to you and solicit for you to come ask me to leave, correct?
No.
He had to because you didn't.
No, sir, all I want to do is do my job and do it quietly.
Me too.
I got somebody behind you, got a customer, I have customers coming in and out of the building. I just want to do my job. So now you're interrupting my job.
All I want to do is exercise my rights.
Why do you want to do that?
Because
you know what, that does concern me, because then I feel like my security's not as...
Well, I'm an independent, I'm going to tell you, I'm an independent journalist, and I'm gathering content for a story on this DMV in Woodstock.
Okay.
So I'm actually at work right now.
All right, well, did you get pre-approval? You should just call Alexi's office.
I got pre-approval. I definitely got pre-approval.
From who?
The Constitution.
Okay.
No, honestly.
I'm sorry, hon.
Do we supposed to just like
You've been in here for
overlook that?
15 minutes or so. I think.
Well, I'm here having a dialogue with the officers
Okay,
now.
but I think you've been in here long enough, so let me get this on with my customers.
Okay.
Okay? Because you're infringing on their rights now, too. So,
I'm not infringing on their rights at all, because I'm not in here doing anything illegal.
They should be able to come in here and do their job and not have to feel like somebody's looking over them. We're all cornered around this corner in front of this guy.
Okay.
So I'm not trying to give you a hard time. I just want to do my job and go home just like you'd want to do.
And that's all I'm trying to do, Carol.
You've been in here, what, 15, 20 minutes? Don't you have what you need? Now you can
Well,
go
the
right
officers are here, and I wanted to be able to have a dialogue with them.
Could you do it outside? Could I ask you to do it outside?
After I get my shots from over there, I'll leave. Like I just told them. So
No, that's driver's licenses. This is bad enough. Come on.
I'm not going to go into testing areas.
Okay, but we can't 100% regulate each little thing that you're doing. We're not going to follow you around, so it's easier for us to just say, okay, you've gotten a decent span of the building.
Okay.
There's not much over there besides driver's license testing and getting their IDs. That's all it is over there. So
Driver's license.
And doing the driver's testing.
Like,
and
so those right, because those screens right there are testing, right?
Correct.
I won't get that. I make sure.
But there's really nothing else over there.
I just want to be able to see. I just want to be able to see like any other citizen.
Is he going to show it to you? I mean, come on.
Well, they're not requesting that, so that's kind of like a. Come on now, Carol. You were doing good before they got here. Carol, I thought you was.
I'm not trying to get time. I'm just trying to think of my
James, I just want to
customers.
reiterate, okay? We're not trying to infringe on your rights.
Okay.
The only problem is the personal nature of all the business that's being transacted here.
Oh,
IDs,
I understand that.
plates, titles, every single station is personal information being transacted. So
And
you taking pictures or videoing over there is then capturing their personal information possibly.
And Officer Augustus, like I told you, I will make sure that I won't get anybody's personal information. I won't be walking up to any paperwork, any forms, any IDs, or anything of that sort. I just told you that, sir.
But we just can't guarantee that.
I'm guaranteeing you right now that I won't do it.
You get a lot of people that promises a lot
Yes,
of things
we-
and then...
Y'all, but watch this, officer. What's your name, officer?
Officer Mesa.
Mesa. You guys are standing right here to see if I'll do it. So
I don't know what you're capturing and what you're not.
come on, Officer Augustus,
These
man.
iPhones, man, they're really
Come on,
good.
man. Come on, man. Y'all swore an oath. Y'all swore an oath to uphold the Constitution. Now, come on. Now,
I told you how many times that I'm not here to infringe on your rights.
so, but you guys
we need
are trying to
respect
get
everybody's rights. Like they have a right to privacy with their transactions.
not in public, sir. Not in public, though, Officer Augustus. I just want some shots. There you go. There you go, officer. Now you're trying to accommodate.
Then we're good to go, right?
We're good to go.
But see, like, this is what concerns people is these computers. I know.
I'm gonna be honest with
you're
you.
not up close to them, but you very well can later zoom in on your stuff, and that's
Uh-oh.
people's concerns.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. If I was like to get that computer, to be honest, the onus is on this department, DMV department, in order to cover up that personal. Because that means.
But they've asked you to leave numerous times.
But I'm saying you can only ask me to leave if I'm breaking the law.
James,
Just can't ask me to
you
leave.
say that the onus is on them. It is. They don't allow videoing. That's their policy that protects people's information.
That,
That's why.
remember what I told you? That's diametrically opposed when it comes to the Constitution. It is.
Diametrically opposed right now. When you're telling me it's the onus is on them, they take that and they put that policy in place to protect it.
Correct.
Now you're in here trying to.
I'm not just in here trying to exercise my rights. What's the problem? I don't understand.
We're in the same spot.
I don't understand. I'm here, and then this young man. And then the security here tried to convey to you guys and said that I've been trespassed from other DMVs. Now that's a lie. What can we do about that?
Can you do us a favor now that I've walked over here with
I have
you?
been asked to not enter other DMVs.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
James,
I'm not here.
since we've come over here, can we continue the conversation outside? There's more questions for you because, again, they want you to leave because of all the sensitive information. You got whatever video of the building.
I just don't feel like.
I think I've.
You know
been
what?
Good with you.
You're trying to. I can understand you're trying to de-escalate a little bit, but you're still trying to get me to leave. Let me ask you guys this, just to make sure. Can you guys call a sergeant here? Somewhat of a higher authority, just to make sure, because y'all stepping in.
For what purpose, though?
Because y'all steady here trying
He's gonna tell you the same thing we've told you.
Well, then if he does, and if you guys trying to force me to leave, then I'm gonna have to file some complaints because I'm here exercising my rights. It's gonna get bigger than it's gonna get bigger than that. I'm gonna keep it real.
If you want to have this conversation with the sergeant, we're going to step outside and have the conversation with the sergeant outside.
Well, you got to let him make that determination.
That's it.
You got to let the sergeant make that determination. Why not? Why not? Why not? Why couldn't he come here and say that? How could you speak for him?
I'm not speaking for him.
You're
I'm
just
speaking for us.
You're just here trying to.
Respectful of Secretary of State's office.
You're just appeasing to their feelings. You're not the feelings officers. You guys are law enforcement. So if no laws are being broken, then you guys need to convey that to them, no matter if their feelings are hurt or not, and tell them I have a right to do it. That's exactly what it is.
It's about protecting their information.
And look, I'm right here. I can't get nobody's information.
Again, James, even when you walked over this way and you quickly just did whatever you could, you can go back into your film and you can zoom in amazingly on iPhone.
Let me ask you this.
Okay.
Let me ask you this,
So,
honestly.
that's
If someone
all
was
we're
using their credit, let's just say, theoretically speaking, right? If someone was using their credit card, and my camera captured that, would that be illegal?
People do not expect to be filmed while they're using their credit card information at the Secretary of State's office where all of their private information is being...
I can understand what they don't expect, but we're talking about someone's
Well, then,
rights.
If later on their stuff gets compromised, then we have somebody to go after.
That's correct. That's when it becomes illegal. There you go.
We have a very fine
We're in the
line.
embryonic stages of that right now, though, right? This is just the beginning of you guys assuming. You know what I mean? If you guys are going to keep trying to wage war on my rights, well, that's what it feels like and seems like.
You just said we're not here for feelings.
You're not here for who?
Feelings.
You agreed, right? You concurred. You said you're not here for feelings, but you're saying these people might feel.
You're breaking a policy that jeopardizes personal information. Now, is it a law? No.
That's all I want to know. Is it a law?
Correct.
If it's not a law, then I'm not breaking the law. Because there's three things about a policy, officer. Policy is not law. It doesn't have the force of law. And if I ignore the policy, that's not breaking the law. Period. We have laws and you guys swore an oath to uphold. And this is what I'm saying about a lot of officers. I mean, right now you're not infringing because you're not trying to force me out of here, but you're trying to convince me that I should leave.
We're just asking you that if you have everything you need, this building's not very big, if you could just be on your way to the next.
You know what?
Want to invest.
That's precisely I'm going to do, right? As soon as I don't feel molested by the police, you guys don't have to be here with me.
You're using such strong language.
Yeah,
Strong language.
Please put a hand on it.
Well, we ain't talking about sexually molested, officer.
it's not a very nice adjective to use.
It is, though. I mean, it's
We're
appropriate.
having a conversation. How is that molesting?
Well, I feel bothered, right?
So does everybody here.
Come on, man. Officer Messer.
How's it going, man? Quick.
Man, do your thing, man.
I appreciate it. Give me a second, all right?
To Springfield, and they said I'm good to go.
Can I ask you a quick question?
Yeah.
So in order for us to verify, because the reason we took a picture was to see if you haven't issued trespass warnings to other ones.
That's right.
Can you do me a huge favor?
What's that?
Do you have a driver's license?
I actually do.
Can I see it so that we can talk to another DMV to see if this is the person that they think it is? Because then you'll know 100% if you are in fact trespassed to any other ones, and that is the only way we are able to do that.
Okay, so let me just ask you this: you need my ID to see, because I was just talking to him about this, right? You need my ID to see if I ever been trespassed from the DMVs I just brought up to him, or Woodstock.
I wasn't 100% listening to everything.
Okay, because we had a situation at Deerfield and Waukegan. Okay. We just had a situation.
Okay.
Never was trespassed. See, but I'm in Woodstock now, though, right? So what would that have to do with Woodstock?
If they are wanting to interview one also.
Oh.
Okay. And in order for us to lawfully do that, we need to know who you are so that other DMVs are aware of the situation.
I'll tell you like this: Deerfield Police Department, they know precisely who I am. I don't want to give up my ID because.
You're gonna have us call Deerfield and ask them who you are?
Well, that's what Officer Messer obviously just took the picture for to try to text it back to see is this the guy, you know what I mean? So they can know off the picture it's me.
Deerfield Police Department did issue a trespass warrant.
Not Deerfield Police Department, but the Secretary of State.
The Secretary of State Police?
No, they didn't either. Nan, one of the officers issued me anything. They just was saying, like how you guys, you can't come in here and film, and then I left on my own accord. But since then, I've talked to the OOD and in Springfield, and it's been conveyed to me that I have a right to do this. So if even after talking to the OOD, which is their bosses, obviously Secretary of State Police, and they wage war on my rights again today, then we're gonna litigate this thing. I'm just gonna be honest. It's gonna come down on everybody who's personally involved. If I'm forced to leave.
Do you remember who specifically trespassed you from Deerfield?
Nobody actually trespassed me ever from no building.
Physically did something. It's like a verbal.
I haven't been verbally trespassed at all.
Why did you bring up Deerfield and Waukegan?
Because those were the two DMVs that I ever did an audit at, ever.
Okay.
So
nobody specifically said you can't come back to this DMV.
Never. And I hope, wish, and pray that they say that it's true because I got the video evidence to prove it. And then again, even like I said, if that would have been true, let's say that's true, Waukegan or Deerfield said we don't want you back, what that have to do with Woodstock? You know what I mean? We in Woodstock today.
Well, that's up to the Secretary of State Police to decide, not me. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, they can't just make up laws.
They have the authority to trespass you.
I mean, but not from Woodstock.
Yes, sir. Secretary of State Police? Yes, sir.
Okay. Hey, like I said, I talked to the OOD. That's just like me.
You talk to the who?
The OOD. It's like the basically, for lack of a better term, it's the bosses over the secretary. He probably know about it because he said he's a security guard for the state. Yeah.
OOD. I don't know that term for the
Okay.
Secretary of State. Secretary of State.
You know about Springfield, though, right?
I know who the director is.
Yeah. There you go. There you go. There you go.
So who's that?
The legal offices in Springfield.
Okay.
Yeah. That's their bosses. The Secretary of State Police.
The director of like stuff.
Yeah. Well, Springfield will be the whole entire state of Illinois.
Right.
Yeah. That's who I spoke to. Because of the situation in Deerfield. I can't remember the name. I got it wrote down at home, but it's been conveyed to me that I have a right to do it. Even though I didn't need no one to tell me that, because obviously I know. But to hear from a superior makes it even better when my rights become infringed on again. It's kind of like if I had put a complaint on you, and you came and violated me again. You're being deep. I'm just being honest. So that's what it looks like. What's going on today? Hopefully not, though. So what did you find out, officer?
Still waiting from whatever sergeant from Secretary of State Police.
Okay. And like I say, man, can you guys, call a sergeant as well? Because I did request one like 10 minutes ago, yeah.
I mean, if you want to talk to him later, by any means, you can go to the PD and request for him.
So when a citizen requests one, it's not you guys' policy to call? That's your policy to refuse?
I mean, I can...
Do you know the name of the sergeant down at Secretary of State?
Officer, I don't know who to talk to.
They don't want to take pictures now.
Okay, you two guys can't make case law. You can't.
What do you know the definition of case law?
Of course.
Tell me what it is.
No, I know precisely what it is.
Okay, let's explain it to me.
You know what?
When we make arrests,
put it like
that's
this.
how case law gets made. When there's new information and new laws get made, a judge.
There you go. There you go. Right there. You see what you just said?
Yeah, we start the whole process of it.
Okay, real quick.
Making case law.
Remember, you just said making new laws, right?
Correct.
Just all I want to know, who makes laws?
Illinois, the judges, they determine what's right and what's wrong. What's going to be a law?
Legislators, right? That's the appropriate word. My point is, are you two legislators? That's all I want to know. All right, then.
But we start the case law process.
Well, you can say that, but don't say you make the laws.
We never said we make.
He just said it. He said
we make case law. Case law.
Right.
Case by case basis, which creates.
Okay,
the
case
laws.
case law is just the word case is just the prefix of the whole thing of
Yeah, but we
the.
never once said we make the laws.
Well, he say make case law. That's still law.
Correct, but it's based off of cases.
That's correct.
We have our hands in.
So let me ask you this:
So-
you're saying just say
Yes.
when you guys make arrests, right? When you guys make arrests, say you make 2,000 arrests a year. Are there 2,000 new case laws created?
No.
Exactly. So what are we saying, man?
That this could be a potential new case law that we would be directly involved in, is what we just
Yeah,
said.
but my point is, you guys don't make it. That's all I'm
I
saying.
never said we make the laws.
He did.
No, he did not.
He did.
No, he did not.
Didn't you?
Go ahead.
Look. Now see, look. You saltier than the peanut off. Look, I know you just said that.
And James, I'm admitting to you, right? I use that phrase.
Right. But you don't, though. You're just a police officer. Legislators do, but you don't.
All right, so you're refusing to leave, right?
I mean, no one asked me.
We're asking you to leave, and you're refusing to leave, correct?
Asking me to leave. Like I just told, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say it like I just said to them. After I get my shots, I'm going to leave.
After your shots, what?
Yeah. After I get a couple more shots.
Oh, gotcha.
I got that side already and got this center, so I'm done here. But
You're under the impression that you can videotape, correct? Here.
it's a law that you can't. Only way you can't record is people's. The testing sites.
Right, but there's no way to prove that on our end because the cell phones are so good, right? So, what the Secretary of State Police made clear to me is that the Secretary of State's office is not considered a public fora because there's so much sensitive information in the facility. So they have a detective coming out here right now so they can explain it better than we can.
Okay.
If you choose not to leave, they can arrest you for criminal trespassing to state supported property. I'm just explaining what they explained to me.
Okay. Well, your sergeant is on the way as well, right?
Yeah, but
okay.
they have their sergeant. They'll take.
Well, what I mean by your sergeant, because you guys are law enforcement as well.
Over there. So same thing at the post office.
Well, then let me ask you this.
If the postmaster says something, we have to do it, even to us. That's how it
the
works.
post office. It
It's
comes
their jurisdiction.
Federal Protective Service,
Correct.
FPS.
But this is the Secretary of State Police. So these guys will have jurisdiction over us here.
Okay.
So I'm explaining it to you before they come here, because if they do come here and they do go ahead and tell them, we explain to them that you've been recording what you have, obviously there's video surveillance of that.
Right.
Then they will go ahead and deem it that this is not a public or a place for you to do that. Right?
Okay.
That's what case law has, and I can show you the case law right now too if you want.
Okay.
So I'm just explaining it to
So
you.
let me just get this right. You're saying it's case law,
Correct.
specifically for the DMV.
Correct.
Secretary of State's office.
Correct. Specifically for that.
Okay, specifically, and after they come here and ask me to leave, because they're going to ask me to leave.
Correct. They're asking us to ask you to leave. But
Well,
if you choose not to, they're coming out here. They're coming out here regardless.
Okay, well, watch this. If you guys are asking, it's not a lawful order to leave, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so since it's an ask, and then I'm going to decline because I feel like I'm exercising my rights. However, if they come here and do the same precise thing, and I say that same thing to them, and they force me to leave, then we know what's going to go on after that. We already know everybody's qualified immunity goes straight out the window because these is well-established laws. That's the only way.
I just explained to you, though.
I understand.
That this is not considered a public forum.
Okay. Well, we'll see.
But that's what I'm saying. There is case law for that. I'm explaining it to you. I'm trying to give you a heads up before you get arrested for a stupid felony. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Well,
you don't need to.
Like I said, we'll see. You're doing your job.
Right.
It's all good.
And I've offered to show you. I can show you.
Oh, you got it on you right now? Okay. Yeah, let's see. And it has to specify to the Secretary of State's office, right?
Correct.
Okay.
just because of the personal nature of what's being transacted. Like we've discussed this entire
Man, you know what? They can do that everywhere. Post office.
So let me show you real quick. And if you don't mind, can you not show that on this because it's my phone? So I'm showing you.
Come on,
so you can explain it to you. I'm offering to show it, but I don't want my phone in your.
While I'm reading it.
Correct.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna keep this rolling though, but I'll keep it.
Okay.
Absolutely,
100%.
okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
There you go. Can you read it out loud?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So, however, the First Amendment is not absolute, and SOS, Secretary of State, has maintained that the Secretary of State facilities are not traditionally public fora and appropriate regulations of speech and appropriate and within the lawful authority of the Secretary of State. Secretary of State's facility is no less than a private owner of property and has the power to preserve the property under its control for the use of which it is lawfully dedicated, okay? So these are the case laws. This is the case law that's under. Let me scroll to the next one. Therefore, in order to prevent the SOS facilities from becoming the traditional public fora, which I explained to you it's not, videotaping of any kind by persons inside the facility should not be allowed.
Okay.
Like I have explained to you, if we ask you to leave within the facility, then you can be arrested for criminal trespassing under that statute.
Well, because you haven't showed me that part of it.
Yep. This is the criminal statute right here. Pursuant to 720 ILCS 5-21-5.
Okay, let me read the top of it.
Yeah, go ahead.
If after giving notice, the individual continues to videotape, can you scroll it over a little bit? Yeah, this way.
That way? Or more?
Well, over here so I can read the rest.
This way?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're on number 23 out of
Okay, notice is an element of this offense, and therefore it is imperative that notice be given prior to asking a person to leave the facility. Cease filming it. How you doing, Sergeant?
What's going on? How are you?
Nothing much. Like I've been trying to tell these young, fine officers, man, since we've been here. I'm doing nothing nefarious. Don't have any ill intent. Just trying to exercise my rights, right? However, Officer Mesa showed me something on his phone that has case laws attached to it. Only thing I have
Specifically for Secretary of State's office.
So what it does say is that you can be detained.
No.
It does.
No, right.
What you showed me, it says that.
Correct. So you can be detained for it, but then if you choose not to leave or comply, then we can arrest you for criminal trespass to state-supported property.
Well, this the thing, though, when we talk about in terms of law enforcement, right? In order to detain someone, you have to have reasonable, articulable suspicion that a crime is afoot.
Correct.
This is not a crime.
You're not allowed to record on inside government property. That's according to the 11th Circuit Court rule that
Which is the same
case.
The same one I
and
just showed.
And this is right here, basically government property, so you can't record it. You can stand right out here all you want and record all you want, but you can't do it inside the building.
Sergeant, I'm gonna be honest with you. I do this all over the place, okay. And I do it in all government buildings. Some officers come here and understand know our rights. Some don't. Well, maybe you guys are just misinformed.
Well, they're asking you if you can go outside and do it.
So, like I explained to you, this section isn't considered a public forum. Like they've made that clear in that case law. That's why I'm telling you, if you don't leave,
the publicly accessible areas is not considered public.
Public forum, correct? Which is what you're referring to when it comes to the First Amendment. Correct.
Okay. So if I'm being asked to leave, right? Because I'm being asked.
Right.
Okay.
I'm asking you to leave one because I don't want to have to tell you, and then we know where that goes from there.
Well, I mean, if you give me a lawful order to leave because I'm recording, then I'm definitely going to leave and go file a complaint.
Right. We're gonna wait for an actual Secretary of State police officer to tell you. We're asking you.
Right.
They're gonna come in. We're gonna ask you.
They're gonna ask me. Right. I mean, if they do, then we'll take it from, like I say, every officer involved. The protection's out the window.
I offered you, you know what I'm saying, the case law. I showed it to you.
I mean,
it clearly explains on.
I would really have to look at that entire case, though, because I know, that's like a short summary of what happened. It's not like the entire case. You get what I'm saying? Yep. So you have to basically read the entire thing to see the verbiage, all verbiage and language in there. So, because like I said, I do this all over. I ain't just start this today.
Well, that's just the verdict. Like how.
No, that wasn't a verdict at all.
That's a summary.
Officer Mesa?
The summary of the whole case.
Nah. It wasn't a verdict though at all. It's okay. You just misspoke.
Okay.
Like I said, I would have to literally read it, man, because like I said, I do this all over, man.
Well, you said you've only known that. What are you gonna do?
Well, we're talking about government buildings.
What other government buildings?
Oh man, a numerous of them.
Specific to the Secretary of State, though.
I know I'm just going on what the sergeant said. The sergeant said you can't record in government buildings.
Correct.
So I was rebuttal.
Which buildings have you gone to?
Man, a lot of buildings like municipal buildings, municipal center, city halls. Like the government.
That's a bit different then.
It's definitely government though.
City Hall doesn't have people's information. It's all over.
Social Security office.
Which Social Security office?
Public aid.
Which Social Security office?
A few of them.
Which ones?
Just a few. I mean, what does it matter? I'm just telling you which ones are.
You're saying you have all this experience and you
I do.
have no issues, but you can't tell me which ones.
Well, I've had issues. Like I told this officer, it's some officers that come out and honor their oath. So not all officers are bad. That's a lot of them. It's just a lot. Few. I don't remember all of them, but I mean, just.
Well, I'm curious. Maybe we could be more like them. That's why I want to
No. You guys probably too far in, man. You probably got your mindset on how you want to care about, policing.
Well, we're just following the Secretary of State's laws.
Oh, okay. Well, like I say, if it is in fact the law, which that right there, that's like I said, it was a quick summary of what happened. I would need the entire, because sometimes you have case law, but you'll have that judge that say a certain something.
Yeah, but if it's case law, you can go off. I mean,
Illinois.
Put it like this. Like if I'm at the post office, right, and they say, I'm trying to just make a point real quick because they say you can't record in certain spots, right?
just for criminal trespass.
And it said detained too. So, right, and isn't that correct, Officer Mason?
It says detained.
Okay, yeah. Just making sure.
The word is in there.
Yeah, man, this is crazy, man. And then, like I said, I've spoken to Springfield about this. You would think they would know over them guys, and they told me I was good to go. So,
And get it in writing next time.
well, I'm just saying, like,
You went down to Springfield?
no, it's just a phone call. You know, you don't have to drive all the way to Springfield.
They're not going to give you permission to do something that's against the Illinois compiled statutes.
I mean,
You misunderstood.
I mean,
They misunderstood.
they're bosses, Secretary of State police bosses.
They don't get to go against case law.
Well, something's wrong there. Something's wrong. Because it's like I say, they actually told me, yeah, you're good to go. You know? So something's wrong. You can't, basically, you know what they say about law in itself? You can't convert a constitutionally protected right into a crime. So let's just say, because I haven't read that entire law, but let's just say that law is specifically.
But this is what you do, so why haven't you done that?
Why haven't I read it?
Yeah.
Because I don't think that it really.
This is what you do.
Think about. I'm going to answer it. The reason why I haven't read that law, because first of all, I didn't think that law existed, and since let's just say that it do exist, and what you guys are saying that it should stand, it still will never go against the Constitution. It's null and void, sir. You can't create a law that violates people's rights. You can't. It'll be null and void at the end of the day. Hey, like I told you, if the Secretary of State officers come here and try to wage war on my rights, hey, we just go from there. If they order me to leave, like we're gonna leave. If you don't leave, we're gonna arrest you. That's all I need. Now I got standing. That's it. You guys can tell me that right now and I'll leave. But obviously, that's cutting it pretty close. So we'll see what they do. Maybe they won't care about it. I don't know. Hey, protection's good, because that's usually how it goes. Someone exercises a right, they're violated, then you have litigation, and when the judge sees that these laws are well established, there's no qualified immunity, so it's up to them. I mean, I can use the extra money. It comes out the taxpayers' dollars, but Well, it comes out you guys' dollars if the qualifier goes away. Oh, yeah. You like them?
Yeah, those are neat.
Yeah. They red bottoms. You ever heard of them?
I heard red bottoms.
Louis Vuitton? Yeah.
So here's what's going to happen. Is that I talked to the Secretary of State,
Okay.
Police Security guy.
Okay.
He's going to send over the exact statute and everything that's been written.
Okay.
Installation of statute and stuff like that.
Okay.
And after I look at that, I make sure that everything's like what violation and everything like that. Then
Okay.
I can ask you one more time. If that's not the case, then I'm going to have to pay something. Okay.
Like,
So-
okay. I'm going to just say this.
But I want to read the statute first so I know exactly which one they're talking about.
Okay.
So there's no confusion about it, since this is their specialty and stuff like that. And at that point in time, then I ask you to leave, and then hopefully you just go out and you can record outside all you want.
Okay.
But due to the fact of sensitive information in here, there was a ruling that's saying that the Secretary of State is not considered public forum
Right.
inside the building. So therefore, I want to read all that and make sure that I don't have that memorized at this point in time, because these are newly occurring.
Okay, like I was just telling Officer Gustus here, Sergeant. I'm saying, hey, we ain't even got to wait for all that, man. All y'all, if y'all tell me right now, any one of you officers right now today, say if you don't leave, sir, you're gonna be placed under arrest. That's all I need for standing, and I'll book out. It's cool.
That's all I want to read. I want to make sure that that's...
Okay. You ain't even got to. I'm telling you now, you only got to wait for that. You can just say it. You say it now, I'll book out now. Oh, I understand fully. I'm not talking over him. We're both doing it. Because I'm just saying. Okay, go.
Read the law that they print off to verify that that's what it is before we go telling you to leave and stepping on your rights.
I don't want to...
Okay, now is it my turn? Okay, then didn't you just say Officer Mesa told me that already?
Also asked for an opportunity to have it printed in red.
No, absolutely not, man. Now you're making up stuff, man. Now you're making up stuff.
Did you not say you wanted to read through it?
Yeah, but did I say I want you guys to print it out for me?
No.
I did.
Sergeant wants to read it as well before we proceed.
But I'm just saying that Officer Mesa already seen it. He has. So.
As did you.
Okay, so if that's the case, then order me to leave or be arrested. Just say
I
it.
want to verify that the one that the Secretary of State Police is saying is the one first. I want to verify before I do anything, because I don't want to
infringe.
It's true, right? And it's not actually held up in law. I don't want to tell you can't record it here.
Okay.
If it does, then I'll ask you to leave there. Okay.
Okay. Well, then I'm gonna just say this, Sergeant. While we're waiting on the paperwork, since we're waiting, I'm gonna continue to do what I was doing before you guys got here.
Well, just do it over here for now, please.
Well,
like I said, they have their driver's license and stuff over there. If you go over there and do it, then I'm gonna ask you to leave.
So if I go over there and exercise my rights, you're gonna ask me to leave.
You got no business over there, so therefore you won't.
So you're gonna impede my freedom of movement, as a sergeant. No, I'm just saying. No, I'm just saying.
If you have no reason over here, then you can leave.
No, I do have a reason. I have to document the rest of the building.
You don't have to document over any of their.
What's your badge number, Sergeant?
63.
63. What's you guys' chief of police name? John Lee? Lee. Okay.
Was there stuff down there you wanted to go look at?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Look, see what I'm saying? But I need.
I'll go with you.
You gonna escort me?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
I'll walk with you.
All right. Here's basically from the Illinois Secretary of State Police right here. Photography, video recording, SOS facilities prohibited. So here's this. Is this his copy? Can you have this, or do you want to keep this copy?
They don't want it.
Oh, they don't want me to have a copy.
So,
You just videoed it.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying.
Due to personal identifying information and sensitive documents.
Oh, come on, Sarge. That's Sarge. You see how that looks, man? Come on, man. I can't.
I just read it to you.
I'm just saying I can't read it.
Okay. Well, you told me after I saw that you would leave if I asked you to leave. So therefore, I'm telling you, you have to leave now, or you're going to get arrested.
And what would I be charged with?
You'll be charged with violation of what's this?
What would be the charge?
It's criminal trespass.
Criminal trespass.
So if I don't leave, you're telling me as a sergeant I'm gonna be arrested for criminal trespassing.
You'll be arrested for
if I
criminal
continue to
trespass
stand in here and exercise my rights.
Inside the Secretary of State's office.
Okay, that's the only standing I need, man. So, and how do I get to you guys'
police station?
Yeah.
It's on Lake Avenue.
Lake-
56 Lake Avenue.
Okay, all right.
Down to the red light and take a right.
All right, appreciate it.
All right. This is actually right about.
This
You
video
too.
is a textbook example of how government agencies attempt to turn protected rights into punishable offenses using vague policies and intimidation. Remember this: you don't need to be handcuffed to be violated. A threat of arrest for lawful behavior is already a constitutional crisis. Know your rights, assert them, and when they push, be ready to push back, legally, strategically, and with every camera rolling. What starts as a peaceful First Amendment audit outside a post office erupts into an outrageous display of unchecked authority. When one man exercises his right to record in public, he's confronted by a police captain who seems more interested in intimidation than the Constitution. With badge numbers withheld, threats made, and fear escalating, this isn't law enforcement, it's a meltdown in uniform.
Didn't we talk at Central Station?
We sure did. You were very nice.
So what's going on today?
Just videotaping from public. Postal Service guy wants to tell me to turn off my camera.
But you're on. Yeah, I was just talking to him.
You guys, like, both, like, don't surround me so I can get a clear picture?
Don't tell us what to do, right? We'll do
Okay.
what we want to do.
All right, me too. Me too.
All right, listen to me, okay? I do not want you going inside the pocket that's private property.
I know that.
So why were you in there?
I wasn't in there. I got video proof.
So where are you going now?
I'm just walking, taking pictures.
Did you talk to the guy? Did you talk to the postal guy?
They approached me.
Oh, what they said?
He said, turn your camera off. What's his problem?
Because you just don't understand. They don't know who you are.
And I don't know who they are.
Yeah,
So they don't need to tell me what to do.
They're not telling you what to do, okay? The problem is they don't know. It could be some crazy nut that just decides.
Their fears don't impede my rights.
Well, some they do.
No, they don't. They can think whatever they want in their head.
Do you live around here?
Does that even matter?
I'm just asking.
I live in the United States.
All right.
We all, exercise our rights here. Hey, let me tell you something. Are you aware of the Homeland Security?
You already told me about that. I can't find it.
You can't find it. Where did you look at?
You told me about that yesterday.
I didn't talk to you yesterday.
A couple of weeks ago, we talked about that.
Well, you swear that you were going to protect the Constitution of the United States. Do you know that we have freedom of press in the United States? Yeah. Okay, so what's the problem? Oh, I mean, yeah, you guys can come and ask me, but
So, Captain, this is the gentleman I was telling you about before.
are you the captain?
I am.
Finally, we get to see somebody higher than a sergeant.
Yeah.
What's going on?
I don't know. What's going on?
Are you, well, let me tell you, but what's going on with you?
Tell me what's going on.
Okay, but why are you?
Tell me what's going on.
Oh, okay, look, I'm gonna keep my hands out. I have no weapons. If you want to search me, that's fine, but I don't have any weapons or anything. Well, okay, search me. Search me. I'll let you search me.
You're not being taped.
That's fine. I'm not doing anything illegal. You can search me all you want.
So, Captain, he continues to go on private.
I have an appointment with Mr. Perry coming up. He knows me.
What's your name?
Listen.
Yeah.
You need to. What's wrong?
I need to do what?
What's
your
wrong?
name? What's your
This
name?
guy won't. My name is Anselmo Morales.
Oh, okay.
All right. Since you're harassing me right now,
Harassing you?
you're not giving me.
How am I harassing you?
Look at this,
Talking to
guys.
you?
Look at this, guys.
I'm talking to you.
They just talking to you.
How am I
He
harassing
talks to me behind my ear.
Huh?
Oh, you need to surround me. Okay. Then that's all you need to tell me. You need to surround me.
Okay.
A public photographer.
How am I harassing you? So your name is Anselmo Ramos.
Morales. My name is Anselmo
Not Ramos?
Morales. No, I'm not Ramos.
Okay. And what's your date of birth?
Look, I'm gonna give you my information. I'm gonna cooperate with you guys.
Okay, what's going on?
Because I don't want to go to jail because you look dangerous.
What's going on?
Do you have any ID on you?
I don't.
You don't have any ID on you?
No, but I want to speak. I want to speak
go
to.
ahead, speak.
He's in charge.
Okay, so what law have I broken?
You got the highest cop right here.
What law? The highest cop is Mr. Perry,
Right here.
and he knows who I am.
Here, I said. Right here.
Okay, tell me what's going on.
I'm just videotaping from public, sir.
Okay. Okay.
I feel in fear right now.
In fear?
Yes.
How do you think these people feel when you're taking?
They don't need to fear a camera. I saved $1,000 to buy this camera.
They don't know why you're filming these places.
They don't need to know. It's my own purpose. Huh. Do I go around asking people what are they doing? They approached me. And your captain is gonna be online. What's going on, Captain? Why are you doing this?
Doing what?
Why are you doing this?
I'm talking to you because I want to find out
What?
exactly what you're doing. Okay, people calling. Okay. So tell me, are we gonna continue this? What's going on? How long are you gonna do this?
I mean, do I have a time limit to take pictures from the sidewalk?
I just wondering how long you gonna do this.
Do you love and respect the Constitution of the United States?
I do.
So you should know we have freedom of press in the First Amendment of the United States.
Yeah. How many
I feel
amendments do we have?
we're not talking about the other ones. We're talking about the First Amendment.
Talking about the Constitution.
I'm practicing my First Amendment
How many
right.
amendments do we have?
I'm practicing the First Amendment right. And this is
that
very
part of the Bill of Rights?
this is very
Is that
unprofessional.
the Bill of Rights?
This is very unprofessional.
Is that the Bill of Rights?
This is very
How many amendments in the Bill of Rights?
This is very unprofessional.
Since you just brought up the Constitution, why don't we talk about the
Why are you harassing me?
I'm not harassing you.
Am I free to go or am I?
You're free to go.
Okay, I'm free. I'm free to go. I'm free to go.
See you later. See you later in Sabo.
No, yeah, I'll look
You're free to go.
look at this guy.
You're free to go.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy.
What?
Look at this guy.
All right. You're free. Okay.
Okay, so I'm leaving.
Come back today.
Wow. This guy just, wow. Mr. Perry, this is what I'm talking about, Mr. Perry. This is what I'm talking about, Mr. Perry. Wow. This guy was clearly willing to take me in for no reason. Clearly willing to take me in for no reason. Wow. You're a tyrant. Hey, what's your name and badge number, sir? Can I get your name and badge number? 14. That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
All right. I mean, we're gonna continue this in summer
Why are you following me, man?
because you want my badge number.
That's all I wanted. But you don't have to Okay, man, but you have a gun and I want you to stay away from me.
Okay.
You have a gun. But look at this guy is following me.
You're the one that called me over.
Leave me alone. Leave me alone. All I asked was for your badge number.
Okay, you got it.
Because I'm going to complain on you and you're harassing me. I'm going to sue you. I'm going to sue you. I'm going to sue you. And I'm going that way. I'm going that way. Are you going to allow me to go that way? Or are you going to harass me? Can I go that way? Can I go that way? May I go that way? I hope you have a great Thanksgiving too.
Me too. I'm wishing you a great Thanksgiving.
Did you know that you work for the public? Why are you treating me like that, man? There's no reason for you to be like that.
I'm not treating you any disrespect. I just take off.
Just take off. They're telling me to leave from the public property.
No, you said you were leaving.
I can do whatever I want, but you guys are harassing me, so I'm definitely leaving. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. No, I'm leaving. I'm leaving.
Question for you.
Just a question?
Yeah.
Then ask me.
Okay.
But why do you have to? You see what I'm saying?
What?
I'm in fear of you, man.
Why?
I'm in fear of you. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. No, I don't want no questions. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I'm in fear of my life right now, guys. I'm in fear of my life. I'm getting the fuck out of here.
This video proves a chilling truth. A badge does not guarantee integrity. When officers abandon the oath to uphold the Constitution, it's up to citizens to document, expose, and demand accountability. Fear should never be the price for exercising free speech. Stand your ground, know your rights, and always keep that camera rolling.